Hey guys, welcome back to Homestead Holly. Let's talk about the mower I've been using out at the land. This is a TPM Industries slope mower. It has a 9.5 horsepower Rado motor on it. It has I believe it's like a 21-inch cut deck. It is tracked, as you can see. I'll show you guys. It's about a 20-inch deck. It's probably a 19-inch cut width, probably when it's all said and done. It does have a 24-volt system. It also has emergency stop. It does have front headlights, power on, power off. Then it has start. It also comes with auto start on the remote and auto shut off with the remote, auto deck height, and a charging port. These black motors on the side are the electric motors that run the machine. It also has a alternator down here that charges the batteries, because the electric motors run separate from the gas powered motor, so you don't have to have this thing running to move it around, which is super nice. It has, let me see if I can pick this bad boy up. So these are the blade systems. These are kind of locked out right now just due to the fact you can see that they spin. I mowed with it just the other day and they usually spin around, so if they do hit something, they have a little bit of give. Almost, they kind of remind me of like a turtle head mower. It's the best way to explain it. One thing I would recommend is putting like chains or something on this, because if you're standing in front of it or behind it, it does sling some stuff at you. So that's why I always kind of try to stand off to the side. As you can see, there's tensioners on both sides of this track, so if you need to tighten it or loosen it, you got to do both sides, not just one. With what it comes with, it doesn't come with this case. I just picked this up at Harbor Freight. It comes with the remote, the charger for the 24-volt system, and then it comes with this pamphlet. So super simple. Just turn it on. Remote's pretty simple. The machine's already on. So forward and back is pretty self-explanatory. So backwards, forwards, left, right. I have found if I do need to turn this thing, that turning it left and right while you're not moving forward, both the tracks work in opposites. So if you're moving forward and you need to move left, the one track stays moving forward, so you have a higher chance of slipping a track. And the last thing you want to do is trying to be messing with this thing while it has a slip track, and then you're out there fighting it. So I would just recommend turning it, you know, when it's stopped. Makes it a lot easier. The deck height up and down works really nice. I usually have it all the way up when I'm mowing at the land. If I'm doing the ditch here, I have a ditch across the street that's pretty low, and pretty steep. It can handle a 45-degree slope super easy. It's kind of like it's nothing. It can go all the way down. It's up 6 inches and it's down to 0.8 inches. As you can see, this thing's sitting in my crabgrass, so it's got some weight. The thing weighs 320 pounds, so it's not like you're going to be slinging this thing about. When I get this thing down, probably about there, it's probably getting down to that under grass. So it does cut down pretty good. Things that I did when I got it, I went through all the bolts, double checked that they were tightened, and then some of the stuff like these guys, these weren't the actual like nylon bolts. They were just simple bolts. They didn't do anything. They didn't have lock washers on them, nothing. And I noticed when I was driving it and when I started using it, these backed off and fell off, and some of my track bolts down here started to walk up. So I pulled some of them, put Loctite on them, and then I would run it for maybe 10-20 minutes, stop it, double check all the bolts to make sure. I did that about 4 times just to make sure everything was tight on this thing, because the last thing I want to do was to lose a bolt out in the field. I also carry a big bag with extra nuts and bolts in it, just in case I lose something. Also cotter pins. There's cotter pins here. There's cotter pins on the back side that hold the deck to go up and down. So I have an extra pair of cotter pins. Throttle, slow, high. It doesn't have a choke. So, but other than that, I also carry 2 extra spark plugs, an extra air filter. This thing does get dirty really quick. And also, sometimes this panel just likes to fall off. So I've debated on like just putting like a little bungee on here just so this doesn't fall off. You hit like a stick or something with this, you can see what I'm mowing. So if I hit a stick or something, this just pops off, and then I have to stop, turn it off, and then restart again and get that back on. So auto start. So this is auto start. And then shut down. It does go 3 miles an hour. It does go a lot faster when it is running, when the motor is actually running. But it's a pretty slick machine. I've really enjoyed it. I picked mine up at an auction site here outside of Houston for half the price. I was searching for these on like Alibaba, and then I reached out to some other manufacturers. I did not reach out to TPM. I never heard of that brand until I saw it. The ones that are sold like on Alibaba and AliExpress, they range from anywhere from like $5,000 to $2,000. So keep that in mind. You're probably going to spend anywhere from $1,600 to $3,000 to get one. They're super nice. They also come with a Kohler motor, I believe. Some of the reps told me they come with Kohler motors. They're all very similar in style. This back panel that says TPM here, that's usually what's a little different about them, and or they have full cages. The auction site had a couple with full cages, and they had a different branding, but the track systems were the same. The general body was the same, except it had like a cage over the top. So I'll throw some video up of me using it. I hope you guys enjoy. And if you guys have any questions about it, reach out to me. I probably have about 6 or 7 hours on the mower itself, so I have used it a decent amount. Said if you have any questions, reach out to me in the comments. Thanks, guys.